I'm not sure what the idea that the coach has, but I do get the reason why he has placed some of the players.
Yes,
I
but
understand why
remember,
Cross.
Mesh. Remember, it's not about
Yeah,
Nabi is not available, so there's a lot of changes because of the other technical team, Cedric Kaizer. So I feel like maybe it's their
yeah.
own type of resource.
As much as it's their own squad, I do believe Nabe would protect Silva as
Okay.
he did with Cross. Remember when Cross made those mistakes, he said that Cross needs protection.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as this lineup is not pleasing in terms of face value, these are things that Nabi would have done. Nabi, we know him. We mustn't work on what we think. We must work on what we've seen. We've
Yes.
seen Nabi protect. We've seen Nabi protect Chivaviro. We've seen Nabi protect Cross. We've seen Nabi protect Vuma. So it's a Nabi thing to say, okay, listen, let me protect these guys. Let me not have them now. Let me have these other players. But honestly speaking, the team would have been much stronger. If we had Ndlovu, coming in and pairing with
Yes,
Pele.
yes. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, he's on the bench.
Yes, he's on the bench. So we're hoping that Ngobo will come off for Ndlovu. Then we then Mduduzi, yes, he's fine where he is, but I think that Mduduzi playing on the wing, he's far better than him playing on the central attacking position.
Mm-hmm.
Because what Mduduzi does on the wing is something that we don't get. And now with Modi out, it would have made sense for Mdu to take over the left wing role, and then
Yes.
Lilepo take over the right wing role. At the same time, Tutuzi could have been subbed off, and then Lilepo come on the left side, Sirino come on the right side. But at the same time, it's like we've seen this before, but we've seen this in a defensive, media type of thing, where it's like, okay, we're trying to protect these guys because they made mistakes or the fans have been talking too much or any of those things. But I mean, Siwelele just beat Ngiti. Ngiti
Yes.
is not an underrated coach, but Siwelele
Fact.
beat them 3-1. And this is the same Siwelele that this Flavio Silva scored, I think, 2 goals
Yes.
in those friendlies, that they played. He was able to score 3 goals in the 2 friendlies.
Yes.
So for me, I think that they should have just thrown him in the fire. They should have thrown Shinga in the fire. They should have thrown Chislet in the fire. But if it's a statement by the assistant coaches that they want to make to say that, look, there's no need to be afraid. There's no need to play in Tetra and be stagnant the whole 45 minutes or the whole game where there's no movement of the ball.
Fact.
It's better to have, a strong attacking minded setup up front. But at the same time, we're not playing a small team. We're playing Stellenbosch.
Mm-hmm.
Stellenbosch, yes, they lost Pasatin. Yes, they lost Nduli, which were 2 key players in the previous season, but they are not a small team. They're not a team that doesn't know what they're doing. It's a team that's able to get their point across, meaning that whatever they want to do on the field, they're able to do it. If not, you see the idea that, okay, what they were trying to do, they're able to do. But I'm not happy with the lineup in terms of why the players that have been playing throughout preseason are not playing. Why is Silva not starting? Don't
Yes.
get me wrong. I'm happy for Hlongwane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy for Duba.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying, why not Vilakazi again?
Yes.
Why not put Duba, then put Vilakazi, then put Mtu,
Mm-hmm.
as the front three, and then or put Zilepo, Duba, and Vilakazi as the front three, because those are the players that have been playing. Cross didn't play that much in the
Yeah,
preseason,
I'm
so
I'm
we're
shocked,
playing a
man.
player.
Man, but I want
Yes, so we're playing players
Mesh, can I ask you something, bro? I
who have
think
not been running.
can I ask you something, bro? Cause I
Yeah.
think also even Nabi even is not available. I think he's able to send also line up for the guys. Don't you think he also put an effort on this lineup?
Yes, in the character of protecting players, we can put Nabi in. In the character of protecting players, remember, in the character of protecting players, what are we protecting? We're protecting Silva because people have been very negative about him. We're
Yes.
also
So
protecting Shinga because people also have been negative about him. We're protecting Chislet because people say, no, there's nothing I'm seeing. Those highlight reels that I saw, he's
mm-hmm,
not doing those things. You understand what I'm saying?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Understandably so, I get why some of the players are being protected. What
Yes.
I do not understand is that why is the replacement of the players not the players that have been playing in the preseason.
Yes.
Why is Hlongwane starting ahead of Vilakazi?
Hey.
Why is Cross starting ahead of even Marco? Because he was a
Yes.
marquee signing.
That's true.
We can say, okay, Marco was injured and all those things, but we're playing Stellenbosch, you understand? We're not playing like a team that doesn't know their story. We're playing a team that knows their story.
That's true. That's true, Mesh. So, bro, talking about the opponents, which is Stellenbosch, what's your take on their lineup and what's your prediction on this match?
I do expect Stellenbosch also to be a little bit weaker because they've lost Pasadine and they've lost Nduli. Those were key players in the preseason. So also the players that have replaced them are players that are new in terms of playing every single day or playing every day or being part of the setup now in every single aspect. And also need to understand that the Stellenbosch that we know in the Stellenbosch that we know is Mtaka, right? But Mtaka played, yes, half of the season, we can say, coming in as a substitute, you understand, but he's not polished enough. So I do get why Shinga was protected, because he would have been versing Titus, and Titus is a player that Nabi admires. So it's understandable why he maybe would have thought, no, you know what, in this first game, rather you not play, maybe play in the second game. But I don't understand why Ndlovu was not there to also tackle the midfield. I don't understand why Mtetwa was not there, because those are the players that have been playing, week in, week out, in terms of friendlies that we have been playing. So in terms of Stellenbosch, still the same lineup. The only thing that changes is the players that have been lost. We've got Taka replacing Pasadine. We've got Butsaka, replacing, we can say, Mtetwa, So apart from those players, replacing Nduli, apart from those players, I really don't know who we can say is the ultimate replacement from Stellenbosch. But other than that, Stellenbosch has kept the same lineup pretty much, plus minus, compared to last season.
Yeah. So what's your prediction on this one, bro? Because we are coming back to wrap everything, which is tomorrow, guys. Stay tuned. We're gonna start a new show, which is 3 points with Mesh. We're gonna look on the weekend, what happened during the weekend, and guys, I make sure that you are going to watch that new show, which are going to present tomorrow. So, Mesh, what's your prediction? What's your final prediction, brother?
All right. Let me take a long drive. We have seen the fixtures that have happened in the opening fixtures of the Betway Premiership, right?
Yeah.
Let's start with Sundowns and Cheaper.
Yeah.
Sundowns and Cheaper was a 1-1 draw. Not because Sundowns was a weaker team, but because they had a coach that had been in the setup of Sundowns, and a coach that is an understudy of Rulani Mukwena, which is in Patela, right? And he was able to secure a point. And then let's go to Pirates and Sekhukhune. Pirates and Sekhukhune, there is not much of a difference in terms of quality, in terms of consistency, because it's number 2 versus number 4. The only separation there is Stellenbosch, but the teams are actually on the same level in terms of the results from the previous season, because it's number 2 and number 4, so they're not far apart. And what happened? Number 4 was able to get the better result, which was repeated in the previous second last game, in the last game of the season for the two teams when they were versing each other. Same scoreline, 1-0. What was the downfall for Sundowns? The downfall for Sundowns was that they had a coach that knew them a little bit better than some of the coaches that even do analysis for Sundowns games or preparation for Sundowns games. What was the downfall for Pirates? The downfall for Pirates was that the coach changed too much. The coach put Van Rooyen. The coach didn't put Van Rooyen. The coach didn't put Mahopa. The coach didn't put the coach put Radiopane. The coach put Nduli. The coach put Mbule. The coach put I think the coach put 5 new players.
Yes.
There's 11 players on the pitch. The coach changed half of the team. So I understand why Pirates was not able to secure the 3 points. Let's go now to Siwelele, right? Siwelele, Siema. We've been saying Siema's done well with Sekhukhune. Siema's continuing his prowess as a South African coach, as a young black coach. The same goes with Patela, right? Was able to do what SuperSport hasn't been able to do, which is to score 3 goals, and not score 3 goals out of chance, but score 3 goals emphatically. And then now we go to the teams like Durban City, teams like Makezi.
Yes.
Yes, Durban City just picked up a win against TS Galaxy. Now, in terms of coaching, what will one say? One will say, oh, the coach for TS Galaxy has a UEFA Pro license or has a UEFA coaching license. He is better than Gavin Hunt because Gavin Hunt almost relegated Siwele / SuperSport last season. But what did Siema do without a UEFA coaching license? He showed that if you've got the talent and you know how to put your ideas on the field and they pan out,
yes,
the result that you'll get is the exact result that he was getting with Skukune being able to score more than 2 goals in a game. Right? Now, what do these teams like Magezi, teams like Durban City, these newly promoted teams, those teams don't have the quality in terms of players. So what do those teams need? Those teams need coaches like Gavin Hunt, coaches that will hustle a draw, hustle a win in the teams that are not that don't have their eyes open. Because some of these teams, and we have seen with Chiefs has been able to get 3 points, 2 points, 3 points, 1 point against, your Sundowns, against your Pirates, only because those guys are not defending. They're not playing low blocks. So Chiefs, because they also play their game, they've been able to get those wins against those teams. But in actuality, teams that have been playing those low blocks, teams that have been defending, Chiefs struggles to get points against those teams. So in the same effect, TS Galaxy struggling to get points against these lower end teams, but able to get points against Sundowns, get points against Chiefs, get points against Pirates, because those teams don't sit back. So now, in conclusion, now with my prediction for the game today, I'm happy that it's a lineup that we are not happy about.
Yeah.
Because Stellenbosch is a team that we have beaten throughout last season.
That's a fact.
I think that had we played our best squad, maybe the result with the football gods, they will have said, you know what, you have been winning too much. Let's give these guys the 3 points today. But what I'm seeing, because we're not happy with the starting lineup, I see that Chiefs will win the game. Okay. Simply because we're not happy with the starting lineup.
Yes.
Simply because we're not happy with Cross, would have preferred even Marco over Cross, Shinga over Cross, but nonetheless, it's Cross that's starting. Would have preferred Duba or Silva as the starting striker, but nonetheless, it's Hlongwane as the starting striker.
Yes.
Would have preferred Sirino over Duba on the wing, even Mtutuzi over Duba on the wing. However, it's Duba that's on the wing. Yes. So I think that it's also Ngobo's playing number he plays as a holding 10, when Mtetwa is behind him. And also we have seen that with Mtetwa on the pitch and Kele, no one scores, but at the same time, we also don't score as a team, meaning that we don't create opportunities. So it will be good to see how Ngobo plays as an 8, and it will be good to see if there's a quick interplay of passes between Ngobo, Mtutuzi, and the stamina of Duba and the stamina of Lilepo, and also the intelligence of Hlongwane as a striker. So at the end of the day, we have to look for positives. Obviously, it's not what we expected because of the preseason that has shown us which players that the coach has preferred. But I'm happy because this is a team that we have beaten 3 times in a row. Cup competition, we have also beaten them in the league. So I think that this is a perfect lineup in terms of avoiding too many talks.
Yes.
If we lose this game, I will understand. It's not the best squad I think we could have chosen. Yes. But at the same time, I think that, Khalil Ben Yusuf, if really is at the helm today, in terms of selection, in terms of approach, in terms of, even defense and attack, I think that this is a good setup, provided that McCarthy and Miguel are strong centre backs, allowing Cross and Monyane to actually play that game. Because Cross, when he was playing under Dudley, or when he was playing with Dudley, he did well. It was only after Dudley was injured we started questioning Cross, because they would leave him, and then there was no one to back him, or there was no one to clean up after him at the back. Yes. But now in this case, we know that McCarthy, not that he's equivalent to Dudley, but he has shown glimpses of greatness. And we're hoping that Dudley was going to clean up after. McCarthy is going to clean up after Cross, and we're hoping that Miguel is going to clean up after Monyan, so that they can play their game freely. Because Cross is an offensive, defensive-minded player. He's not a defensive-minded player. He's an offensive defender. He's not someone that you should expect a lot of defending from. He's someone in his game, like Trent Alexander-Arnold. You should expect him to push forward a little bit, just like Munya, and you should expect him to push forward a little bit. The only problem is Titus. The only problem is Titus. I think that Titus is a very strong attacker. Finished with 8 goals last season, so I really do not count him out. I'm hoping that the back four that has been put is strong enough to hold Titus.
Yes. So we have also somebody else at called Ronaldo saying that Emula just heard on DSTV that Silva, Chislet, Shinga are waiting for their paperwork.
All right. No. If that's the case, then, it's understandable why the starting lineup is like this.
Yes.
We can make excuses if we do not get the 3 points to say that, look, the guys are still waiting.
Are you ready for the excuses?
No. Honestly speaking, this is a team that we have beaten in the last 5 games. We've beaten them 4 times, only through once. They haven't beaten us.
Yes.
So obviously the football gods maybe can say, look, man, you've been beating this team for so long. Like Sundowns, I think they beat us 9 games in a row in all competitions. And then when it mattered the most, we beat them in the Nedbank Cup.
Fact.
So that's the only thing that we can be afraid of.
Yes.
And also the performance of the other team. But at the same time, both teams are not at their strongest.
Fact.
We saw with Pirates. A lot of people, they said Pirates signed quality. Pirates, got all the players that Chiefs should have gotten. But it didn't prove to be so yesterday.
Yes.
They dropped points with that same quality, with the same Radiopane, with the same Mbule, with the same Nduli that they took from Stellenbosch. With all the players that are new, they drop points. Even in the substitutions, they put Mariko, they put Mbutuma, they put all the new signings. I think maybe Dlamini was the only one who was in the setup last season. That was in the substitutions. But most substitutions were new players, meaning that Pirates had 9 new players involved in yesterday's game, and the results were not to be.
Yes.
So it will be understandable also from us. It's just that the only thing I do not understand, why not Mtetwa? Since he's available, his papers are okay. Why not, your Serino? Why not the usual players that we are used to? Why such why not Ndlovu if also maybe his papers are not okay? We understand, but why not those guys?
His papers are okay, man. Ndlovu is not listed.
He's on the bench.
No, he's on the bench. He's starting on the bench.
You understand, but that's what I'm saying, though. Why not those players that we're used to? You understand? So, it's understandable, obviously, what the team is doing, but at the same time, it's not really understandable in terms of such a great difference, from the players that have been involved, that have been running in the preseason. That's the only problem. Yes. Why not put the players that have already been running in the preseason?
Yeah, I think it makes sense to everyone what you're saying, because we witnessed the greatness of those players during the preseason, that we know that, okay, we already picked players which we think that they were doing good. And then now, this is the official matches where you were preparing for the preseason, you were preparing for the official matches. Now you're changing players, and I don't get it, to be honest. But, bro, we are just supporters. Sometimes we have opinion as fans. But at the end of the day, guys...
Yeah. Serino's on the bench. He played. Vilagazi's on the bench. He played. Mabaso himself is on the bench. He played. It could have been Mabaso, Kele, and Ngobo, and Shabalala on the wing, with Lilepo also on the wing. And then you have options for striker substitutions. If you put Duba as the striker, you have Hlongwane as the substitution. But now, who's the substitution for Hlongwane? Because Morris is not on the thing, meaning that Tupriya will be the one that comes in. But then now, who's the substitution for Lilepo? That means that it's Vilagazi the substitution. Then who's the substitution for Duba as a winger? You understand? Meaning that Tupriya, it's possible that he takes up 2 roles, but it could have been easily solved had the players that had been running been playing. If Vilagazi was playing today, we would have known that, okay, his substitution can be either Duba, his substitution can either be Serino as well. You understand?
That's true.
Mod is not available. You understand?
Yeah.
So why now struggle for players when the players that have been running in the preseason, they're all on the bench?
Yeah, but that's a big question. That's a big question. So, Mesh, I think the game is already on right now. And quick prediction score, bruh. Don't tell me that you're going to win. Just tell me goals.
I'm hoping for 3 goals from Chiefs, but as it stands right now, I will go with 3-1
You go with 3-1.
for Chiefs.
Okay, okay. Guys, on the comment section, what did it say? Because Mesh right now, he already say that it's 3-1 on the favor of Kaizer Chiefs. And guys, let's watch the game. We are coming back to analyze this game after it finished. Mesh, thank you very much, brother.
Thank you, my brother. We'll chat, my brother. Thank you.